choosing where to study abroad in 2025 is getting tougher and tougher. Tuitions are rising, visa rules are changing, and the political climate is always changing PR rules. It seems like no country almost wants international students. So today, I'm making it simple for you. I can tell you no one has this strategy on YouTube till date. I'm giving it out publicly for free. Before we get into the right decision matrix, I'm just going to give you a briefing on what's what, and I think most of you guys know it. Please take a look at this table. Here's the most popular countries to study abroad, and you can take a look at the tuition costs, trends, post-study work permit, immigration pathways, and what these countries are known for. For instance, Canada's tuition is 10 to 25 lakh rupees per annum, and one of the major advantages is that they have a very good immigration pathway for immigration called express entry. They have 3 years of post-study work permit if you do a proper degree, of course, from a university. That's 2 years or longer. Similarly, you see at the bottom, there's US. They have higher tuition. But, again, with that said, one of the best things is that there's the best research facilities. And, of course, innovation is at the top over there, right? Most job chances as well, in many cases, job opportunities, good ROI, right? So these are things basically that you and we already know most of. If you don't know them, just hit pause on the video and study this table, and I think you will have the context we need to move forward with this decision matrix that I've built for you here. Now, if you have a general understanding of these concepts, this is where selection of the right country for you becomes difficult, because for one person, maybe US is the right option because they're looking for research and innovation and they don't care about money because they have a lot of it. And for the other person, maybe Canada is the best option because they're only looking for PR options. But then again, Canada does not have the best political climate, so you want some backups, and it can get really hectic if you're going to study from this table and decide which country you should be going into. And keep in mind, by the way, what you decide right here changes the next 10-20 years of your life at least, if not more. So here comes the Godzilla of decision making. Essentially, this decision matrix I built for you, it covers literally everything. All right, you see over here on top there's the priorities, and then on the left side as well there's also priorities. So you want to select 2 major priorities that make the most sense for you, and then you can start seeing which country makes the most sense based on what you require. For instance, let's take the case of Priyanka. She's going for a STEM degree and her priorities are affordability and job options. Well, across affordability and job options, the best country that she's getting is Germany, because education is as good as free, STEM program, she can get into a public university, there's free tuition, tech jobs, and an easy PR pathway if she wants one. And then maybe based on her other priorities, she can look at, alternative options like South Korea, Netherlands, whatever she wants. She can keep backups as well. You always want to apply to at least 2 or 3 countries, especially in a time like 2025 when things don't look very stable politically in most countries, right? So you want to have some backups, but this is one way to do it. Let's take another example of Arjun. He's going to be studying business. Now, one of the best countries to study business is the US. It has a lot of opportunities, of course. And rightly said, Arjun says, look, money is not the problem. My goal is job options and global prestige. And based on that, US turns out to be the number 1. So that's his primary option. That's his best country over there, which gives him a strong job market. And there are PR pathways that do exist, especially if he's going for a business degree, which is STEM oriented. Because remember, you can still do that in the US and you can still get 3 years of OPT, and then you can move on towards something called the O1, EB1, and still make it. It is still possible. And based on his requirements, I believe his goal is to go into English-speaking countries only. So he looks at the decision matrix and he says, okay, my backups are going to be Australia and UK because they still give me what I'm looking for here. So similarly, you guys can decide what the best 2 options, 2 or 3 options are for you, right? Like I said, the best country will be different based on a person-to-person basis. You cannot generalize it that, okay, the best one is US globally or the best one is Canada. No, it depends on what you want. And every country has its pros and cons. And this decision matrix just helps you understand which one makes the most sense to you. You'll also see I put some stars next to the decision matrix, next to the countries, of course. Those stars basically mean how intensely this particular country is satisfying all the requirements for the priorities that you've selected. So you can look at those as well, just to be a little bit more sure about your all selections. With that said, I hope that this table makes it easier for you to pick up the right countries for your case. And if that's still a problem, you're not really sure, you can reach out to my team on WhatsApp. Our WhatsApp number is in the description. You can get in touch. And of course, make sure you sign up on YMGrad.com because there's a lot of free content, application fee waiver codes, and stuff that you can use to apply to universities for pretty cheap and get massive scholarships, which you otherwise wouldn't have access to. So make sure you do that. And it's all given away to you for free with university admission statistics, admits, rejects from past years. So all of it is given to you for free. Make sure you use that. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye and take care.